Someone just paid $27 million for a condo in St. Pete. That, my friends, is a Tampa Bay record, and it's just one of the 7 massive projects reshaping the city right now. If you're thinking about moving to the Tampa Bay area, St. Petersburg should be on your radar. Downtown St. Pete population has grown 11% in just the last 5 years. The city now accounts for nearly half of all the population growth in Pinellas County since 2020, and people are moving here for a reason. But here's the thing. When you see cranes everywhere and construction sites all over the city, it can feel a little chaotic. Is it a good sign? Is it too much growth too soon? And what does it mean for you? Today, I'm breaking down the 7 biggest residential projects currently in the works in St. Pete. I'll tell you what's being built, where, who's it for, and most importantly, what it signals about where the city is heading. Because whether you're looking for luxury condos, apartments, or affordable options, there is something happening here for everyone. And if we've never met before, my name is Juan Alcalá, and 7 years ago, my wife Kate and I packed up our family of 5, sold everything we owned, moved 1,200 miles south here to the Tampa Bay area, and have been loving it ever since. I'm also a licensed realtor and a team leader with the True Living Group, and we've helped about 200 families make the same move. So if you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments section below, or if you want to go deeper, grab the link below and schedule your personal home buying strategy session with me and the team. We'll jump on a Zoom call, open up Google Maps, and show you the areas and neighborhoods that match your ideal lifestyle. That way your move is focused and stress-free. All right, so let's start with the one that's making national headlines, the Waldorf Astoria residences. This is going to be a 50-story luxury tower at 152nd Avenue South. When it's done, it will be the tallest building in St. Petersburg and the first luxury hotel branded residency in the city. And here's what we're looking at: 163 ultra-luxury residences, units ranging from 2,000 to 3,400 square feet, a 10,000 square foot 2-story penthouse with a private rooftop pool, 73,000 square feet of office space, and 10,000 square foot of ground floor retail. Now here's the headline. The penthouse, it's already sold in July for $27 million. That's the highest condo sale in Tampa Bay history. So let's put that in perspective. Someone looked at a rendering, not even a finished building, and wrote a check for $27 million. And that tells you something about where people with serious money think St. Pete is headed. Sales launched in the spring of 2025. Construction is scheduled to begin this year with completion expected around 2030. The developers are PMG, the same group behind the Waldorf Astoria projects in Miami and Denver, partnering with local developers Friedman Equities and Hilton. Starting prices are around $2.5 million, and of course all the way up to $27 million as you've seen. So if that's in your budget, Waldorf Astoria residences should be on your radar. Now let's talk about the building that's currently the tallest, and that's going to be 400 Central. This is a 46-story luxury condo tower sitting right in the heart of downtown at 400 Central Avenue. And here's the big news. Move-ins are already happening right now. The first 25 floors just got their temporary certificate of occupancy. That's the green light for people to start living there. And here's what you're looking at: 301 condos in total, 1 to 4 bedroom units, 40,000 square feet of Class A office space, along with 60,000 square feet of retail on the ground floor. The standout feature here, a 46-floor sky lounge observatory with panoramic views of Tampa Bay and the Gulf. As for the price point, remaining units start at about $1 million. Over 85% of the building is already under contract to be sold. They've already announced major tenants. Dynasty Financial Partners is moving into the headquarters here. PNC Bank is opening a branch, and specialty wine bar called Volta Wine, plus a market is taking retail space. And just down the street from that, we have the Art House. This is a 42-story luxury condo tower at First Avenue South, right off of 275. This building is 90% sold already. Closing started in late November for floors 10 through 32. The remaining units range from approximately $1.3 million to over $7 million. The full completion is expected in early 2026. Now I know what you're probably thinking: Juan, why does this matter to me if I'm not buying multi-million-dollar condos? And here's what most people miss about these luxury towers. They're not just for rich people. They're economic anchors, and they tell you something critical about where the city is going. And let me explain. When developers put hundreds of millions of dollars into downtown areas, they're betting on long-term growth. They're betting that people will want to live, work, and spend money there for decades, not just for a couple years. 400 Central secured a $252 million construction loan. The Waldorf Astoria is backed by major institutional investors. Art House broke ground back in 2022. These aren't quick flips, these are long-term investments. And when somebody pays $27 million for a penthouse that won't be finished until 2030, that's not speculation, that's conviction. And when you see this kind of capital flowing into downtown, it typically brings more restaurants and retail, better walkability, improved infrastructure, and rising property values in the surrounding neighborhoods. So even if you're looking at a $400,000 single-family home in historic Kenwood or Rozier Park, what's happening downtown affects your investment. Now, I recognize not everyone wants to buy, and St. Pete is building for renters too. 3rd and 3rd is a 33-story luxury apartment tower going up at 235 3rd Street South. Right now, 25 of the 33 floors are in place. You can see it rising. This building will have 268 rental units, from studios all the way up to 2-story penthouses, plus over 15,000 square feet of ground floor retail and restaurant space. Completion is expected in late 2026, so if you're planning a move in the next year or two, this is one to watch. The developer Echelon is a St. Pete-based company. They're also behind a huge Echelon City Center project in North St. Pete, and they've got a proposed 31-story twin tower project with 824 apartments in the pipeline. But here's the project that might matter most to families actually moving here, because it's not just about luxury here in St. Pete, it's about creating entire neighborhoods. Skytown might be the most ambitious project in St. Pete right now. This is a 34-acre redevelopment of a former office campus in the Skyway Marina District. And when it's done, it will have 2,084 apartments across 6 phases, 69,000 square feet of neighborhood retail, a Sprouts Farmers Market, which actually just opened up in November, and 120,000 square feet of self-storage. Now here's what makes this project different. This isn't just luxury units. The first phase includes 401 apartments, and 121 of those are designed for affordable housing. That breaks down to 61 units for households earning up to 120% of the area median income. That's around $103,000 for a family of 3. 60 units for households earning up to 80% of the area median income. That's about $69,000 for a family of 3. The city contributed $4.5 million to support the affordable housing component. The developer secured a $68 million loan from Fifth Third Bank. And this first phase is scheduled to be completed by late 2026. Now up in North St. Pete, we have Trinity Pointe. This is a 14-story luxury apartment tower at the Echelon City Center development in Clarion Office Park. 363 units, over 17,000 square feet of retail and restaurant space, 3-story townhomes, a 6th-floor amenity deck with a pool, fitness center, gaming areas, and co-working space. Now this building already topped out earlier this year, and completion is expected by summer of 2026. And here's the big picture. This is part of a 20-acre master plan community that will eventually have over 2,300 residential units and nearly 150,000 square feet of retail. And that's essentially a small town being built within the city. And the last project I want to highlight is the Henry at Whitney Village. This is 325 apartments going up in the Grand Central District at 3200 First Avenue South. It's right next to the Jim and Heather Gill's YMCA. But what makes this project special is the live, work, play concept. It's not just an apartment. It includes a 32,000 square foot pedestrian-only retail village and a 600-space parking garage. Construction started in May of 2025, and completion is expected in March of 2027. Pre-leasing begins in December of 2026, so you're gonna have to wait a little while here. And one of the really cool things I think that has happened here is the YMCA next door is also getting a major renovation funded by the proceeds from this development specifically. So the whole area is upgrading together. I love that tie-in. So what does all of this actually mean for you if you're considering moving here to St. Petersburg? So let's start with the reality check. St. Pete's home prices are actually down about 5 to 8% from last year. The median price is around $395,000 to $400,000. Homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, about 60 to 75 days compared to 45 to 50 days last year. More inventory is hitting the market, and even though we've been in a pretty firm seller's market, we are starting to see the buyer activity pick up. So what does all this construction mean in that context? First, these projects take time. Most of them won't complete until the end of this year or 2027. The Waldorf Astoria won't be done until 2030, so they're not immediately flooding the market with supply. Second, the mix matters. We're seeing ultra luxury condos, market rate apartments, and affordable housing. And honestly, that's a healthy sign of a diversified housing market. Third, retail and commercial components signal the developers believe there will be enough people here to support the businesses. That means jobs, that means services, that means a more complete city. And fourth, when institutional money, hotel brands like Hilton, and major developers are all betting on St. Pete simultaneously, that's not a coincidence. That's a coordinated bet on this city's future. And for families considering a move, if you want to buy, the current market is more favorable than it's been in years. If you want to rent first, major new options are coming online through 2027. And if you're looking at a specific neighborhood, watch the surrounding developments. The areas around these projects, downtown, Grand Central District, Skyway Marina District, North St. Pete near Clarion, these all are evolving rapidly. So here's my take. St. Pete isn't slowing down. These 7 projects represent thousands of new housing units, hundreds of millions in investment, and a real commitment to growing the city thoughtfully. When someone pays $27 million for a condo and the world's most iconic hotel brand plants their flag here, that tells you something. St. Pete is no longer an up-and-coming city, it's arrived. And if you're thinking about making Tampa Bay your home, I hope this gives you a clear picture of what is actually happening on the ground. And if you have more questions or you just want to go deeper on the area, don't hesitate to take me up on that Zoom call. Like I said, all of my contact information is listed down below, including a link to my calendar so you can schedule a time that is most convenient for you. And as always, until next time, go out and live that Tampa life.